So next speaker is Eric McLaughlin, General Manager for Wireless Solutions at Intel. So welcome, Eric. And Eric is going to talk about Wi-Fi 7 and AI for PCs.
Right.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, Tiago. It's great to be here. Always appreciate being here with my friends and colleagues in the WBA. Great group of folks, super smart, and I always enjoy my time here learning from each of you. So, as Tiago said, I'm going to talk about Wi-Fi 7. I'm going to talk about AI. Little known fact, I'll disclose it here. At Intel, if I'm presenting to an audience, I have to use the letters AI at least 4 times. If I use them 3, I get a reprimand, 2, demotion, 1, fired. So far I've used it twice. So AI, there we go, I'm safe. All right, so first of all, welcome to the AI PC era. I have one here. I have 4 more in my desk back at work. This one's from HP. We have Dell, Lenovo, Acer, Asus, Samsung, you name it, delivering new PCs, AI PCs. I wish you were the first to hear about it, but I did a query on AI PC and got 25.8 million replies. So you're not the first, unfortunately, but you may have only seen one now here. So what's new about an AI PC? It's a little underwhelming maybe at first. It looks a lot like your other PC, but there's this really cool button right here that will launch Copilot soon. So if that was all there was to an AI PC or AI in general, we'd all be in trouble, right? So the cool part about AI is it brings together all the hardware, all the software, and all the data. So I'll talk a little bit more about that. But first, what's different about, for example, an AI PC? What's new besides the little keyboard button? So PCs and other devices have always had, typically, if it's got a screen, it's got a GPU and a CPU. And those 2 processors can be used for different types of processing, right? The newest, at least in Intel's case, we added an NPU, neural processing unit, which is really useful for a variety of different types of workloads. And AI has tons of different workloads, and we'll get to that in a second. But the key to this device and having an AI PC is that you've got local ability to process massive amounts of data. And you've got 3 different places you can process that data. So we worked with hundreds of ISVs, and they've optimized their solution to either run, depending on the type of workload they need to run, it can run on the GPU, on the CPU, or on the NPU. That's providing a lot of capability for massive amounts of creativity and really cool use cases coming. But AI isn't just local. It needs to have access elsewhere, and thus we come to the need for connectivity. So I used to say this at Intel and I'd get in trouble. I'd say, your PC's not worth much if it's not connected. And I'd get in trouble a lot. But last year, our CEO at the Intel Vision event said, if you don't have connectivity, it's a brick. So I can say, Pat Gelsinger said that, I can say it, right? So premium connectivity is low latency, high reliability, highly deterministic connectivity, which all of us here in this room have been working on for many, many years, the latest instantiation of which is Wi-Fi 7. Great product. One of the things at CES earlier this year, we announced our first AI PCs. And at that event, I was doing a podcast, I think it was WFA, and they asked me about the evolution of Wi-Fi. And I was thinking about it, as I was responding to the question, and I realized that as an industry, we've been working to enhance and improve Wi-Fi for many years, right? Adding things like MIMO, things like MU-MIMO, new spectrum. And lately, this whole industry has been focused on making it more reliable, lower latency, more deterministic, ostensibly to make sure we're there and relevant in a 5G and later 6G era. But perhaps a lot of the work we did was really to prepare us for AI, because those same capabilities, low latency, high throughput, much more deterministic and reliable pathways are absolutely critical to AI. Because if you're running one of these workloads, whether it's bursty workload, continuous workload, big data set processing workload, or something coming from the cloud and local in a hybrid way, you need that premium connectivity. Otherwise, you end up with problems. Data sets don't come through correctly. You make computational errors. Things like that can happen. I mean, imagine we have a lot of people at Intel using AI to enhance our software development, right? Imagine you're doing your work, you're not getting the right data in the right time, you get some errors, or you didn't get a complete set of information, you make some wrong decisions based upon what you get back. The AI engine can also make those bad decisions, and at the end, you may not get what you bargained for. And so we need to continue as an industry to keep focusing on continuing to drive these areas of improvement in Wi-Fi to ensure that we deliver the very best connection. And I'm really confident in Wi-Fi 7 as it rolls out. Everything we're doing shows that it's really, really good for these types of, as well as everything else we do. So everyone knows we're not going to just be doing AI on our PC, right? We're going to be doing all the normal stuff that we do. AI is going to be part of what we do. You need good connectivity to do that. And as I've said, Wi-Fi 7 delivers all of those things that we just talked about. 5 gigabits per second capability for data rate. You've got 60% lower latencies. You've got multi-link operation to enhance the determinism and the capacity, et cetera. Really, really great connectivity. Great job as an industry. And I'm proud to say Intel products in the PC outperform all of our friends and colleagues when it comes to the PC. So it's allowing us to deliver today some pretty cool use cases. So the cool thing about Wi-Fi in the AI era is it's not just about the connectivity. AI starts with data. Wi-Fi sits on the edge of the platform. First place data comes in, last place data goes out. I see on my card information about what's happening on the network, what pipes are there out there, how are those pipes performing, both now. We can even get historical data, even if it's not on if the PC contains a cellular, LTE or 5G, we can see that pipe. We know what's happening. We know how that connection has been performing, not just now, but over time. We get configuration settings. We get all sorts of information about the connectivity itself. We get application workload, traffic, the apps that are being used. And we have the ability to gather all of that data and make it available to AI. So we're already working on some pretty cool use cases on delivering this capability to a lot of companies. There's some of them which are here. Matt left. Oh, Matt, you're in the corner. So Matt said my only job today was to do really bad at my presentation, so his would be better. But so I'm probably working that well for you, Matt. But we've been working with Cisco for years, providing them this connectivity data that we're able to get off the platform, use it to enhance the products and applications that they deliver that enhance the experience of enterprise users around the world. So connectivity does more than just connect. And that's a theme, right? As we look forward into Wi-Fi 8, Wi-Fi 9, you talk about context awareness, et cetera, which I'll get to in a second. But this data that we can gather is going to be really important as we build out the AI era. So what do you do with the data, the great information you have, this great hardware, all of the stuff that you can put together? Well, as a good industry, we optimize it. And what I mean by optimize over time is I expect we'll be able to do real-time remediation of common issues that are happening in IT, whether you're at home, in a hotel, on an airplane, or in an enterprise, where we'll be able to provide the right data, have the right data sets, we'll be able to go through an optimization of that data, derive insights from that data, apply those insights, and then use either cloud or local processing to deliver the right information, make the right decision, and remediate issues. So we're pretty excited about where this is going. And we see it as kind of a really cool positive feedback loop, right? You got this great connectivity that helps both locally and in the cloud. You've got all this data that's coming in from various parts of the devices that we're using, as well as the cloud and other sources. You bring all that data in, you optimize it, and you deliver something really important in solving real problems. So let me talk real quick about one of the ways we've used AI to solve real problems. So this is not a Wi-Fi story, unfortunately, this is a Bluetooth story, but our CEO wears hearing aids full-time. And he called us up about 8 weeks before he had a presentation to make, and he said, I want my hearing aids connected to my PC as headphones, and I want to be able to hear and understand if there's, what else is happening around me, because once I do that, I'm immersed in that experience, and I'm not going to get anything, any stimuli. So what can you do? 8 weeks later, using AI, we delivered a solution that filtered out using AI very specific sounds, like a knock on the door or ringing the doorbell or somebody saying, hey, you. And we were able to prompt on the screen. So you can connect your hearing aids to the PC, use those as your main headphones, and get prompted if something that you should pay attention to happens. So only demo quality at this point, unfortunately, but we've got work being done to take that to product. But those are the kind of real problems we can solve with data, with good connectivity, with processing power locally and in the cloud. We can deliver really important benefits to the world. So as I said, it doesn't stop there, right? Wi-Fi is going to continue to evolve. And as we look at Wi-Fi 8 and beyond, we get into bigger pipes, bigger bandwidth. You get to a point where we're getting even more massive amounts of data, and we can use that for context. And once you have context, you know what devices are around you, you know how many people are in the room. At some point, you're going to know are those people walking, standing, breathing. Those kind of things will be possible. We can make all sorts of amazing experiences happen by using all of the things that we just built on for this foundation. So we're really excited about where Wi-Fi is going. So closing thoughts, we're really excited about AI, where it's going, what we can do with it. And especially we're excited about Wi-Fi's potential to participate in this capability. We've got probably 20 different AI use cases that are in development at this time using Wi-Fi and using data, using the processing power that's on the PC, as well as the cloud. So we think, Wi-Fi is going to play a very pivotal role in delivering those, not just on PCs, but other devices. So we're going to keep evolving as an industry and make sure that Wi-Fi continues to become better, and deliver more capability even beyond access. And those will all feed into great AI experiences. So let's continue the great work that happens in the WBA. This collaboration is, I don't know, I've been a part of a lot of different industries in my career. Wi-Fi is pretty unique. Get this group of people together, all different, industries, different agendas. We still come together, we figure things out, we try to make this better for everyone. I love that part about the WBA. Let's continue doing that. And the world's our oyster, so thank you very much. And now everyone should go out and buy an AI PC. Or two.
For free.
Three is good.
Any questions for Eric? Okay, there is one question there. Ahmed.
How many times you said AI this time?
Oh, I didn't count. I hope, Sarah, were you counting? No, I'm kidding. At least 20. So I think I'm good. Maybe I don't need to say it for formal presentations.
Yeah. Just one question from my side, Eric. How AI is helping, at the end of the day, the laptop or the PC connectivity? For examples, any examples that you can share with the audience, how your technology is helping that connectivity? Because let's be honest, the PC market, mainly connectivity is through Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. They are the two main sources of connectivity. If you could elaborate a little bit on some examples, it will be great.
Sure. So one of the things I mentioned was the fact that we can see data coming in from multiple pipes. The way we do that is a combination of the hardware that's in the system and software applications that we write over, in the software layer. And what we're able to do is, first of all, once we know that data and what's coming, what applications are being used, we can prioritize that data, right? For example, you're in a phone call, a Zoom call or a Teams call. You want that call to work best. You're probably not just doing that, right? You're going to be doing web browsing, you're going to be doing PowerPoint writing, those kind of things. Some of those don't take a lot of resources, but there may be a download going on in the background, right? That you need to manage. So we have solutions that prioritize that, relegate the less important task of the moment to the background. And where we're headed with it is we do that today. We're going to use AI to make even better decisions and prioritize more deeply across the platform and really enhance how, because you can imagine now we're doing, PowerPoint and a phone call. Soon we're going to be doing 2 or 3 AI workloads and a phone call.
An
right?
email is always there.
An email is always going. PowerPoint is going. So optimization of that experience is where we're headed with what we do.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Eric.
Yep. Thank you.